Hey, so let's get real about mornings for a second. If you're anything like me, they can be, well, a bit of a struggle. But what if I told you there's a natural way to sharpen your focus right from the get-go? Today, we're diving into something called cannabigerol, or CBG for short, and it might just be the key to unlocking a much better start to your day. Let's dig in.
You know that feeling, right? Your alarm goes off, you're technically awake, but your brain feels like it's still deep in sleep mode. We've all been there. So you reach for that cup of coffee, praying it'll do the trick, but half the time you just end up with caffeine jitters. It's a frustrating cycle. But what if we could actually break it?
Yeah, this whole morning battle is something so many of us go through every single day. We're constantly looking for that quick fix to slice through the brain fog, but we all know it usually comes with a catch later in the day.
I mean, this is such a familiar roller coaster, isn't it? You get that awesome initial spike of energy from your coffee, but then the anxiety or jitters kick in, and by 3 p.m. you've hit a wall. That inevitable afternoon crash. And the worst part? It can totally mess with your sleep, which just sets you up to do the exact same thing all over again tomorrow.
Okay, but what if there's a totally different option? Let's talk about cannabigerol, or CBG. People are starting to call it the mother of all cannabinoids. And honestly, it's getting a ton of buzz as a morning game changer. So what is all the fuss about?
So what even is CBG? I love this analogy. Think of it like the stem cell of the cannabis plant. It's the original molecule, the mother, that eventually converts into other more famous cannabinoids like CBD and THC. And here's the most important part. Just like CBD, it is completely non-intoxicating. We're not talking about getting high here at all.
And that's exactly why it's gaining so much attention. Researchers are seriously looking at CBG specifically for how it can help us tackle the demands of a busy morning. They're seeing it as this incredible, natural tool for boosting our focus and just our general sense of well-being right at the start of the day.
So if we're gonna boil it down, here's what makes CBG so special for morning use. It seems to give you this energized, alert feeling without making you drowsy. It helps sharpen your focus and mental clarity. And I'm going to say it again because it's crucial. It's non-intoxicating. That's a pretty powerful and unique combination, right?
All right, so how on earth does it actually do all this? This isn't just some kind of magic potion. There's real science behind it. And don't worry, we're not about to get lost in a textbook. We're going to break down what's happening inside your body in a really simple, straightforward way. Let's get into it. It all boils down to this amazing thing inside all of us called the endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short. You can think of it like your body's master control panel. It helps regulate your mood, your energy levels, even your focus. And what CBG does is it gently interacts with this control panel, helping to fine-tune and balance everything out, which can make that transition from sleepy to wide awake feel so much smoother.
And it all leads to a feeling that people who use it talk about all the time, this feeling of calm focus. Just imagine that for a second. You're alert, you're sharp, your mind is clear, but you don't have any of that frantic, nervous, jittery energy. It's this incredible sweet spot of mental clarity and physical calm.
And you don't have to just take my word for it. There's some really solid data coming out. A recent high-quality clinical trial found that CBG led to a 26.5% reduction in anxiety. But here's the really amazing part. It did that without causing any drowsiness or messing with people's ability to think clearly. So it helps you stay calm while keeping you sharp. That's a huge deal.
So how does that translate to actually getting stuff done? Well, it looks like it works by supporting dopamine, which you can think of as your brain's motivation molecule. Research suggests it helps in a few really cool ways. It helps keep more of that feel-good dopamine active, it influences the parts of the brain that are tied to drive and motivation, and it might even help protect those important brain functions over the long haul.
Okay, right about now you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how is it different from CBD? Or, for that matter, my morning coffee? And that is the perfect question. So let's actually put them all side by side and see what makes each one unique. When you look at it like this, the difference becomes super clear. CBG is really the get-up-and-go cannabinoid. It's energizing, it's focusing, it's basically tailor-made for your morning or daytime routine. CBD, on the other hand, is what most of us reach for when we want to wind down, calm down, and relax, which makes it perfect for the evening. They're just different tools for different jobs.
But here's where it gets really interesting. What happens when you don't choose one or the other, but you use them together? The science is pointing to something pretty cool. They might not just add to each other's benefits, they could actually amplify them.
This teamwork is often called the entourage effect. And the big idea here is that by combining the energizing, focusing power of CBG with the calming nature of CBD, you can achieve this amazing state of balanced energy. Think of it like this. You get the focus, but without any of the edge. And you get the calm, but without feeling sleepy. It's the best of both worlds.
Okay, so we've talked a whole lot about the what and the why. So now let's get practical. If you're curious and you want to give this a try for yourself, how in the world do you even get started?
You know, the key here is really simple. Start low and go slow. Seriously, begin with a really small dose, maybe around 5 to 10 milligrams, and take it with your breakfast in the morning. Then just listen to your body, pay attention to how you feel. You can slowly adjust from there if you need to. It's not a race, it's all about finding what works perfectly for you.
Now, this part is so important. Quality matters a lot. You absolutely want to look for products that have recent third-party lab tests. You'll often see this called a COA, or Certificate of Analysis. That is your proof that what's on the label is actually what's in the product. It's also a great idea to look for organic sources and make sure that THC content is well below the legal limit so you know for sure it's non-intoxicating.
And what about safety? Well, the research so far is really reassuring. The evidence we have shows that CBG is generally very well tolerated by most people, and side effects are pretty rare and mild at the doses people typically use. Of course, it is always a smart move to chat with your doctor before starting any new wellness routine.
So, let's just wrap it all up. The crucial point is this. CBG offers a really unique package of benefits, especially for your morning. We're talking about natural energy and clarity, but without the jitters or the crash. We're talking about improved focus that can help with motivation. We're talking about anxiety relief that doesn't make you sleepy. And there are even potential long-term benefits for your brain health. And that brings us right back to our big question. With its unique ability to energize, focus, and calm you down all at the same time, could this mother of all cannabinoids actually be the key to finally saying goodbye to morning fog and unlocking your best day? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.